The first cause of CCTV screen interruptions and black screens. Cable disconnection is the most common but cannot be ignored. Just like our cat discovering a new toy, it might nibble on the CCTV cable and cut it. Cat, oh, this cable is tasty, yum. Alternatively, one might accidentally sit on the cable while cleaning, or someone at the construction site might mistakenly drill into it. In an instant, with a crack, the screen turns black. For example, one day the owner pulled the cable while hanging the curtains. Thud. At that moment, the monitor turned off with a gasp. With such a small accident, the CCTV stops, wondering, am I dead? Even the dog that came out for an evening walk is happily playing in the yard. If it runs off with the cable, squeaking, yip yip, a black screen pops up on the monitor saying, oops. You really thought you had entered the tunnel, didn't you? Meanwhile, at the remodeling construction site, the sound of the drill goes clang as it pierces through the CCTV cable. Bang! At that moment, the screen suddenly turned black with a whoosh. The CCTV is left in confusion, wondering, is this a tunnel? For example, in places like large supermarkets or warehouses, forklifts can accidentally brush against electrical wires. Bang! At that moment, the screen reportedly went click and turned off. It's as if someone has flipped a switch, causing the scene to freeze. If the cable is damaged, the signal can't get through. So what could the CCTV possibly say? The camera also doesn't show the screen, as if it's shouting, I'm not guilty. The clerk, in a state of shock, would say, why is this happening? When one wire was properly connected, and the thief would laugh out loud, saying, is this for real? A single small wire can mess up the entire system. Solution tip: make sure to organize the cables so they don't lie on the floor, and use cable covers or conduits for protection. Especially if you have cats or dogs, it's safe to secure the cables firmly to the ceiling or walls. Second cause: power supply issue. This time, the power is the culprit. When there's a sudden blackout with a thud, or if the power cord is unstable. With a clack, the CCTV monitor goes off with a click. It's like someone pulls the plug out, whoosh, like a ghost. Isn't it? Boom boom. For example, remember that time when the lightning struck with a bang last night? And the power went out in the office? At that moment, the CCTV also made a beep. And the screen turned completely black. Also, if you turn on multiple devices that consume a lot of electricity, like an air conditioner and a water purifier, at the same time, it can cause a pop sound and a short circuit. Then the monitor screen completely freezes with a click 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 sound. In fact, even a single dusty outlet can cause the power to briefly cut out with a click sound. Once, there was a piece of dust stuck in the power strip. And when someone pressed the TV remote's button with a click, the CCTV immediately turned off with a thud. There was an experience where a company president just tapped the power strip switch, and with that sound, the CCTV went completely dead. If one power plug isn't properly connected, the camera just says, battery exhausted, and turns off. For example, if someone steps on the power cable with a thud, the CCTV just goes, ah, and turns off. If you're not careful, you'll end up with a black screen. Power issues are like frying chicken: if you lose focus for just a moment, splat. Power is as vital to CCTV as blood. If it suddenly drops with a thud, the system goes down immediately. There was a time when the boss cried out that someone had unplugged a socket, causing a commotion in the office. If the superhero-level power supply cable fails to maintain life, the CCTV won't come back on either. Solution tip: install a UPS uninterruptible power supply to ensure the CCTV doesn't turn off during power outages or voltage fluctuations. Use a surge protector power strip to prevent sudden electrical spikes. And periodically check if the power cord is loose. Third cause: unstable network connection. If you are using an IP camera or network CCTV, the internet is key. In our house, mom is on YouTube, dad is working from home. And my sister is attending online classes. Beep beep if everyone suddenly connects at once. The network can get congested. CCTV cameras need to transmit footage to a server or monitor. But if the network road suddenly stops like a train going chug chug, the screen will freeze. It's like a traffic jam on the highway. The camera hesitates and fails to send the footage. Additionally, if the router suddenly goes beep and crashes, or if the LAN cable becomes loose and disconnects, you might see a black screen on the monitor as if ice has frozen over it. It's just like when you unplug the Ethernet cable from the computer and the web page won't load. For example, what if someone next door suddenly starts uploading 4K videos and uses up all the bandwidth? The CCTV tries to send the video with a hurry up, but ultimately gets stuck and can't send it. As a result, the screen stutters or completely disappears. For example, when students in a school classroom are each watching online lectures in real time, the CCTV screen has also been known to stutter. The same goes for when the whole family turns on a 4K drama at the same time. If there is a router that only sends strange signals from one port, even after several fixes, the CCTV might just give up after occasionally hearing the lyrics, ding dong. The network is full. What can I do about the notification sound that goes off at all hours? An unstable network connection is like a phone battery without a cord. No matter how much you shout, it just flies away somewhere far. Tip for resolution: connect important CCTV cameras with a wired LAN cable if possible. It is much more stable than wireless. Regularly check for issues with the router or switch. And when multiple devices are connected, manage network load distribution or set bandwidth priorities. Fourth cause: this occurs when there is a problem with the equipment itself, such as the recorder, DVR, NVR, or the camera. An old recorder can heat up like a hot steak and may shut down with a sizzle. Vroom, rising heat. In the summer, when even the refrigerator is struggling, if the DVR malfunctions, it just freezes on the screen with a shocked, "What is this?" Also, if a spider builds a web on the camera, lens or dust accumulates. When it rains, the lens becomes cloudy. Swish, dust particles scattering. It feels like everything in front of you turns black, as if the camera is taking a nap and can't show anything. If the hard disk fails and makes a clicking sound, not only will recording stop, but real-time transmission will also cease. The DVR abruptly cuts off the screen as if to say, "I'm going to sleep now." Even if the camera battery runs out or the power supply shorts, the entire CCTV system goes into a dead mode. Without any physical impact, everything can disappear due to just one malfunction of this equipment. For example, a camera installed outdoors may stop functioning, as if it were underwater when rain or snow fills the switch. In one company, there was an instance where the video became blurry due to the phenomenon of water droplets on the camera on a rainy day. For example, a camera installed outdoors may stop functioning, as if it were underwater when rain or snow fills the switch. In one company, there was an instance where the video became blurry due to the water droplet on the camera phenomenon on a rainy day. Both machines and people have a breaking point for overload. If you go beyond that, you just stop, saying, "I can't take it anymore." Equipment failure is like a computer's blue screen. It's sudden and fatal. The thief really laughs and makes noise while the CCTV fails to do its job. Solution tip: do not block the equipment's ventilation openings and clean them regularly to prevent dust buildup. Cool the equipment with a cooling fan or a regular fan, and if malfunctions are frequent, consider replacing the DVR or camera. In cold winter, it's also necessary to check the battery status. Fifth cause: software settings error. Lastly, this is an error caused by human mistakes or firmware bugs. Just like smartphones, DVRs and cameras also need updates. If an error occurs during the update or if someone accidentally touches the menu, it goes into dead mode. Beep beep beep. For example, if someone turned off the channel in the DVR screen settings, the camera will keep recording, but nothing will show up on the monitor. One mistake can make the CCTV say, "Oh, I think I'm done for today." Additionally, if a power outage occurs during an update or if the version is incompatible, the device can become completely unresponsive. Moreover, there was a time in our company when a new employee accidentally touched the DVR power and ended up with no night recordings left. Disappointed. For example, if the sound of blood cuts off during a DVR update, the device may enter a dazed state. At one company, the manager accidentally pressed the wrong menu, and the video ended up being completely empty. Really, one click can change your fate. Additionally, if one camera mode setting is wrong, the screen often just freezes in a daze. It feels like someone has turned on test mode, but the camera seems to have gone out to play. Due to setting twists or bugs, the CCTV may sometimes turn itself off, saying currently on break. In the end, a software error means that a small mistake can lead to a black screen. Solution tip: always keep the DVR and camera software up to date, and if a problem occurs, be sure to turn it off and on again. It is safer to check the input channel, recording mode, etc. in the settings menu and to enable automatic updates.